Boot up the PC, my heart's in a quake. Sweaty palms gripping the mouse like a snake. Buttons mashed without a clue. In this pixel world, I'm gaming like a noob.
Hello, and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob, and I call myself S08E1. And if you're subscribed to the channel, I say thank you very much. And if you're not, I say please do, it will help me out a lot. Now, it's Thursday, so it's the Manchester United save. And it's the first real episode of this season. So we're going to have 3 games to play today. Last episode, we only played the Community Shield, and we lost that one on penalty against Chelsea. As if any one of you are a follower for real, then you saw that episode last week, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to enjoy this episode. Let's dive into the game against Nottingham Forest here, and hope that we can start off with a good start in the league as well. Or as well, I shouldn't say, because we did lose that game, since we had, if I don't remember incorrect, we had a 2-0 lead in that game and still ended up losing it. I would say that we lost that final. So yeah, we do have Diogo Costa as our new goalkeeper for this season, and I guess it's going to take a couple of games before he gets into the team. Karim Adeyemi is not very willing to talk or to discuss a new contract without him getting a contract like Erling Haaland and Mbappe, and we know that we do not want a player with that salary. So maybe he does his last season this season, because if I'm not seeing wrong here, it's 28, so he has a contract to the next season as well. So if we sell him next summer, if he doesn't agree a contract that we feel is right, then maybe we can get some money for him at least. We have 2 spots on the bench that we can fill out. Let's see if everybody's fit here first of all, and that we play with all our best players. It is Andrew Harper instead of Karim Adeyemi that we're not playing to our highest potential, so to speak. But other than that, I feel like we have the best 11 on the pitch. So we do have the best 10 on the pitch, and we have Harper. So let's see what we can find to put on the bench more than the ones that we have there. I was thinking maybe something in the midfield, if we have something really knocking on the door or something there. We do have Rohan. Let's put Rohan Pressland there. And of course, we do have, I think we're going to go for Matthew Verbruggen today. Let's go for that. There we go. We have our team to play against Nottingham Forest. And yeah, let's hope for a good start in the league, shall we? Now, I wish we could have as many changes in this Football Manager 22 as we have in Football Manager 24, because that would have been great to be able to change out 5 players. That 2 more players that we sort of could have developed during this period. So yeah, but we have to do things according to the rules of the version, and the version is Football Manager 22. Let's kick off and skip. So I of course, as you know, I've been both happy and sad that Football Manager 25 got cancelled. The reason I am a bit happy about it is, of course, that I don't really have a day free to put in another save. So a part of me is hoping that before Football Manager 26, or at least when Football Manager 26 comes out, that I have gotten the sack from one of the saves, and I don't know which one I hope to be the one, to be honest. Maybe I should say that this is the only, if I get fired from Manchester United. Oh, Thiago Esteves! If I get fired from Manchester United from this save before Football Manager 26, I think that the team that we will manage is going to be obviously be Manchester United, because as a huge Manchester United fan, I'm pretty sure want to have Manchester United side up and running. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. If Thiago Esteves, but and to be honest, if we disconnect that it's not going very good with Telford purely playing wise, so to speak, they don't have the demands that Manchester United have. So if for some reason if I sort of lose players because I can't, because now we really want to build on the financial situation and make Manchester United a great financial powerhouse. So we need to keep the salaries down and the income high, and that might be a thing that we need to sell some of our star players when we have gotten to develop them. And let's look at this. Esteves! Ooh, that's a hat-trick, isn't it? A real pure hat-trick. Nobody scored in between his goals, and he scored them all in the first half, so it's a real hat-trick. That's nice. But as I said, we don't know. I think the save that feels most secure is the Welling save. I feel like it's going to take quite a bit for me to get fired from that team after all I've done for it. I think I need to almost get relegated or something in the Premier League. Now, I don't know. The game is somewhat weird in that sense that Anthony Woodall, we're playing with Nottingham today. We're not playing against Nottingham, we are playing with them. Anyway, so yeah, but I do know that this is going to be a tough save to get a hold on, because I do want to win as much as possible with Manchester United, but I also feel like I want to fix their financial problems before I end this save. And I've said I don't know if I'm going to be working to the character is 70 or if when the character is 80. And yeah, I'm not sure. It depends on how things are going, and especially if I need to retire at 70 because we need to start a new save or something. But yeah, we'll see. But at least 70, if I don't get fired, is how long the save will go. And I'm actually considering that in future saves that we start, I'm not going to go for my real age. I'm going to go for to start my career at 30. I've been an old star player, and look at that. And I ended my career at 30 to take over whatever club we're going to be playing with. as a manager because my injury put me out of playing conditions. So that's how I'm going to play it from now on when we start. And then from 30, we'll go to, I guess it's going to be to 70. I don't think we're going to run out to 80 there. That will be 50 years. I think that's going to be a little too long. So 40 years, I guess, or 40 seasons is, of course, a maximum, I feel. So 30 to 70, I feel it's a good span. And I don't know if I find more time to record and stuff like that. I might be trying to have 4 games a week instead of 3. Who knows what the future has in hand for us? It all depends on time, of course. Davis with a throw-in. Harper. Davis. But come on, Harper. Ooh, nah. Bouger, Estevez, Bellingham, Delict, Fofana, 5-0. First half isn't over yet. Florian, Davis, Stockbridge, Florian, Harper. Oh, come on. Oh, this is something. De Costa. Diogo Costa is there. Thank you, Costa. Now, the question is, can he be as good as De Gea was for us all those years? It's going to be strange to not have De Gea as our first goalkeeper here. Or not even... Oh, look at that from Florian Wirtz. What a goal. Took their goalkeeper completely by surprise. And, yeah. Nice to see. Really cool to see, to be honest. What a curl on that one. And the goalkeeper is completely out of chance to get that one. Nice, super nice. And we are 6-0 up against Nottingham Forest. And it's half time. I'm going to be pretty pleased with my players. And they're all happy. We kick off second half. And yeah, this is going to be a walkthrough, I hope. The second half. Let's hope we can do the second half without conceding any goals. I don't care if we score. I just don't want to concede any goals here now. We are top of the table, of course, with 6-0. Arsenal are in lead with 3 goals in their game, or have they already played it? They've already played it, of course. So they won their game with 3 goals. So, yeah. It looks like we are going to take the top spot after the first game this season here. Estevez, will he make... Ooh, no. Close to making his 4th game goal. Let's see, Florian Wirtz. Florian, can he get the ball in as well? He has to back down, gets it back to Davis. Gets it back to Stockbridge. Gets it to Bellingham. Back to Stockbridge. Florian. Woodall. Bouger. Gets it into Estevez! But it was offside. He was offside. And the players are getting a bit tired. So I think I'm going to do 3 changes, to be honest. But decision was not offside. Holy smokes. We get that number 7. Now, I remember, was it 9-2 or was it 8-2 or something when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored 3 or 4 goals against Nottingham Forest in the 90s? I believe he did take that ball, that game ball, which is pretty obvious that you'll do when you have scored 4 goals. I think he came on in somewhere around 70 minutes or something like that and scored, I think it was 4 goals. So that was an incredible evening, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Many of the things, not all of the things, of course. We forgot about Morgan. So we're going to be putting in Rowan Pressland there, a youth player. He is now 19 years of age, and yeah, I have high hopes for him, but he's a long way from his potential ability, so we need to play him a bit, of course. And who else is really tired? Florian Ritz is really tired, but we have Patrick Favre, but I think we're going to go for the two in the center, to be honest. Or maybe we should go for the defender, but we go for Gosi Dovi, and I think we're going to take Fofana and get Schmidt in. And unfortunately, we can't do any more changes here now. No. Would have been nice if we played Football Manager 24, then we could do 2 more changes and we could have getting more players to get some experience and be able to develop. But we'll just have to be satisfied with the 3 that we could take in here now and hope for the best. Here comes Nottingham though, with Schmidt and Delict fixing that one. Long ball out by Costa, and no United player there. Long ball towards, but Bouget is there. Long ball towards Pressland there, but oh, this is a dangerous ball, but he missed that one. The good thing if we let a goal in is that the clean sheet bonuses that some players have will not be paid out. That could be financially good for us. But what a header and what a save by their goalkeeper. That was an incredible thing, I must say. Florian Wirtz with a corner, but no, ends up a Nottingham Forest ball. So come on, United. Let's get this over with. 4 goals from Thiago Esteves today. That's just terrific. Wonderful to see. And yeah, it's been a very good first league game of the season. 5 minutes left to play, so we are definitely going to win it. The question is just, will we score more goals? Will they score goals? Will it end 7-0 or what? Only a minute left, and yes, the game will most likely end with a 7-0 victory. And yeah, Pressland, Dovey and Schmidt all got average ratings, which means that they will be getting experience from this game. That's nice. So I guess I'll just see you in the next game. And so we're here, second game of this episode, away against Fulham. Let's get into it. Let's see who we're gonna play. We know who we're gonna play. We're gonna have Fulham away. Let's see which kind of, if we can use the same players, I should say. Man, am I weird today? And of course, we forgot about him on the bench last time, so I want to put him in. He does have some fitness, but it's only that he should be monitored. And it is Morgan Pearce, of course. That is a very good right midfielder. Not as good as Esteves. That's been proven, I think. But he's good. And striker, I think we're going to go with Verbruggen this time as well. He didn't get to come in, even though we had a lot of dominance in the last game, because we chose Schmidt, Dovey, and yeah, what was his name? Pressland. Yeah, is his name. So yeah, let's see who we're going to bring on today. We're just going to kick off this game because all the players on the pitch are 100%, it looks. So yeah, will we be good enough today as well? After the crushing of Nottingham Forest, will we be able to do a good game against Fulham today? We'll never get hard in on tackles. We'll go with the assistance recommendation. And we still have Adeyemi on the bench, which is probably one of the better players in our team. But since he's asking so extremely high salary to sign a new contract, I don't really want to play him. Hopefully a time on the bench might get him to feel that maybe I'm not as good as I believe, and maybe I'll put a little less on my salary demands. Now I'm willing to go around 300,000 for him, but he wants around 500,000, and then he wants 150,000 just in appearance money, and 150 in goal scoring money, and that's way too much. That's way too much. And if that's the kind of contract he wants, I'm not going to sign a new contract with him. I'd gladly play him this season in the more important games, and then sell him next summer and see if hopefully some of those young lads have developed into their potential. So yeah, it also gives me an opportunity to play with those young lads like Harper here now, to get the time to get some developing opportunities. Since of course the game against Fulham was a very good game to put Harper in. We didn't have to put Karim Adeyemi because we ran away with the scoreline so early, and would be nice if we could score a couple of goals early here as well. So instead of putting Adeyemi in sometime in the second half, we can put in Verbruggen and stuff like that, because we already know how good Adeyemi is. Even though, of course, we should use him as much as we can, in the sense that we don't want him to be out of sharpness once we really need him against the top teams, like Chelsea and in the Champions League and stuff like that. Fulham are controlling not the game, but they are having control of our players so that we really don't create any really dangerous situations. And here they come and create a corner. Let's hope we can do some counter-attack on this one. Bellingham headed it away, but yeah, comes back in again. Fulham keeps the pressure on us. Come on, United. I'm going to tell my lad to focus, and that's the free kick, and Stockbridge. Ooh la 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 la. I'm just hoping that Stockbridge grows into what he can become, especially since he's a English player as well. Same with Woodall. I really would love to see a good English national side as well. I always cheer for England, even though I'm Swedish. I've always cheered for England. I've said this before, but it's because 1982, that was my very first big championship for national sides. Sweden did not qualify for that one, and or wasn't qualified for that one, or whatever. And I wanted, since it was the first time I was going to watch football for real and stuff like that, I wanted somebody to cheer for, and just that they were playing a cleaner way. They didn't cheat as much as Italy, and they sort of stood for sportsmanship, that you keep it fair and stuff like that. And that's why I sort of started to cheer for England. Now, of course, England wasn't the only team that I fell in love with that summer. Brazilian team, they were brilliant, and my favorite player there was Zico, of course, but they never stuck with me the way England did. And pretty soon after that, that's Esteves! Cool. Pretty soon after that, I think it was that year, when the league started at the fall there, or in August, I wanted to have a favourite team in the English league. And because I was cheering for England, I wanted, of course, a team in that country, and everybody was a Liverpool supporter. Everybody. You couldn't... you could hardly move in Sweden without getting in contact with a Liverpool supporter. And I didn't want to be like everybody else. So I went into the library, I sat down and looked through the league table. I took out an English, I think it was the Sun, and I looked up the sports paper or sites, and I saw the English league, and somewhere in the middle there was Manchester United. And I thought, oh, that's a cool name. That's how I'm going to share or cheer on. And after that, I just took some history books and started to read about Manchester United, and wanted to learn as much as possible, of course. And I was just more and more convinced on, oh, I really picked the right team. All the history that it carried and everything. So that's why I've always cheered for England, and that's why how I became a Manchester United supporter and an England supporter, even though I'm Swedish. Anyway, we seem to be going okay here. We do have 1-0. I think I'm going to pause here because we are going to do all 3 changes here now. We are going to put in Morgan Pearce for Esteves. The only bad thing about Esteves is that he gets so tired. And I think Harper haven't played good either, so let's bring in Verbruggen. Now, we're taking a bit of a chance here now, since, to be honest, we only have 1-0 lead for some strange reason. We're going to play Favre there as well, so we can rest Esteves and Vritz, and then we kick off the game again, and let's hope that they don't equalize. Yeah, they seem to be coming in a dangerous situation here. Let's keep them away, please. Oh, that's not good. Oh, good save by Costa, but he was offside, so that's even better. Now, it seems like Costa could be the keeper that we wanted. I've seen him do a couple of good saves, but who knows? And, yeah. Here we have... Oh, they have a danger. Good save by Costa again. Thank you. And hopefully that will raise his average rating as well to a 7 at least. No, not yet, though. But it's been Fulham now. Head on completely in the last couple of minutes here. So let's tell my lads to focus and see what we can do. Here's Fofana, to De Ligt, to Bellingham, to Stockbridge. Long ball to Woodall. Woodall gets it to Pearce, to Verbruggen. He shoots. Just outside. But I think the keeper had a very good... control of that one. He seems to let it go out by itself. So here comes Fulham though, and this isn't looking good. Oh, Costa got that one as well. Thank you, Costa. He's in between 6.8, 6.9. Now he's up to 6 or 7.0. That's good. Davis, Verbruggen, Gets it to Woodall, to Stockbridge, to Bellingham, back to Woodall. Oh! Come on. 7-0 against Nottingham Forest. And all of a sudden we are only having a 1-0 lead here against Fulham. But we are playing away and we don't know. The season has just started. Maybe Fulham could be a really good side. Here's Verbruggen, gets it too far away, but there is Woodall. Oh la la. Loads of tired players here. So I really would love the game to be over. The 3 points are, of course, the most important thing here. If it's 1-0 or 10-0, it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, Favre. And the game is over. We do it. We get another 3-pointer here. We keep on the pressure for the other teams. And I guess I'll just see you in the next and last game of this episode. And so we're here. Third and last game of this episode. It's against Newcastle at home. And I have to be completely transparent, of course. It's in my nature. I started to play this game. I was almost done with first half. And we had a 2-1 lead, where I noticed that the microphone was muted. It happens to me when Windows is when I'm updating Windows. The OBS just takes away the microphone from its thingamajig, and most of the time I remember that, and I do put the microphone back, but this time I missed it, so I played almost half the game, and then I noticed there's no sound, and I didn't want to do a post game sound again, so I just pressed F4 in the middle of that game, and I had to start over, and let's hope we can do at least what we've done in that game. Now, fortunately, I noticed it before the game was over, so yeah. The bad thing is that I did get an injury on Karim Adeyemi right before the game. Now, he's not going to start, but I feel like his sharpness is going downwards, so I think it's time for him to make a substitution in this game. I was going to put him in. It was when I was just about to put Karim Adeyemi in that I noticed that there was no sound, which made me quite angry, to be honest. But I'm over it now. So we're going to just try to restart the game. Now, Zakaria Bouget is really irritated. I didn't want him to go to Hertha Berlin, so I talked to him, and he wanted a raised salary, and I, instead of saying I accept I think it was 94,000 that he wanted, I said, well, we talk more about the details in the negotiation, and he said, I don't want to negotiate, and he went berserk, and is now unhappy. Now, that's not good, of course, but I will be back talking to him, of course, once I'm pretty sure he will settle down later on, and he has a contract this season out. Let's have a look. Have we signed? No, we haven't. So he's one of the players that we need to get a contract with. I thought I had a paper with all the players that I needed to do contracts with. That's with the Telford players. I do have a bit of a mess around with on my desk here. A lot of little notes everywhere. That's not, well, I guess I haven't a list of players that I need to. I don't have a list of United players I need to sign a new contract with. That's weird. But all right, I'll get on it. And anyway, we're going to play with the same team again, even though we should see here that there's loads of players here that need to be starting to play, and we had a plan going into the season where we were supposed to put in more players, do a more rotation system and stuff like that, give Samuel Schmidt, Josie Dovey, Alfie Devine the opportunity to play from start a lot more and stuff like that. But I want to get the start of the season going here, maybe get into 5-10 games where we hopefully win a lot, maybe even all of them, and after that we start to do some small changes. Now we're going to face a couple of former players here, Arnell and Rashford, and then we're going to be faced against Harry Kane as well, who has ended up in Newcastle here, and we have of course their former keeper. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game and see what we can do here. Let's get this started and hope for the best, I guess. Bellingham to Bouget to Esteves. Bouget, maybe we can start better than we did in the game I had to cancel, because they took the lead in that game with Rashford scoring. And they did have a lot of control of the game as well, to be honest. And yeah. But as I said, I didn't want to sit here and do a post sound thingamajig. I've done that one time before, and it wasn't a nice thing to do. So now I am... I'm hoping that this will be working fine, and it looks good in the OBS. I can see it moves when I speak, so ooh, come on. I'm gonna tell them to focus. I must say, it feels like it started to get some Newcastle pressure earlier than it was last time, but yeah, we'll see. Now my plan is to bring in Karim Adeyemi in halftime, at halftime. I don't know who I'll take out, Woodall or Harper, but yeah, we're just gonna have to see. Here's Woodall though, he goes down. Is it a penalty? No, he doesn't get a penalty for that. That's weird. All right, oh, good one, and Harper. Oh, is he offside or what? Did Harper stray offside? Yeah, he was offside. It looked a bit offside, of course, but I was hoping... But no. I was hoping that this defender here would be further down, but he wasn't. So no goal there. Still goalless. Here's Harper. Gets it into Florian. Out to Bouget. Bouget. Gets it to Esteves. Back to Boucher. Back to Esteves. Esteves turns around and oh, hits our own player. I think that was Woodall he hit with that ball. And going out instead. Here's Florian. Good ball by Fofana to Florian. And good ball to Woodall from Florian. Back to Esteves. Esteves. Oh, there was just a little curl on that ball. Looked very nice. Let's see the replay and see if we can see that. Yes, a little bit of curl to put it just inside. Look at that. Oh, it curls itself. Just after he surpasses the goalkeeper, the ball curls itself a little just to get inside the post there. Beautiful goal by Esteves. So that's nice. We take the lead here at least. We did not... Oh, a back heel from Stockbridge to... Oh, and Harper close to scoring of that on that header. I'm going to tell them to focus now because we don't want them to lose out on this advantage that we have with a 1-0 lead here. Come on. Here comes Newcastle. Now, something that might not be as nice is, of course, that during that period, again with the transparency that I want to show, during that period that I had to go back 3 days when I chopped off this, and during those 3 days there was a draw for the Champions League and there was a draw for the Carabao Cup. Now, at the first draw that I then have missed out with the Carabao Cup, we were actually going to face Newcastle away. But the redraw that then happened because of the sound problem, I ended up with Wolves away. So, yeah. Maybe we did get a better draw for the Carabao Cup. And we did, I don't remember the teams exactly, more than in the first one. Oh, look at that! Anthony Woodall! In the first draw that we got for the Champions League, we got Paris Saint-Germain and we got Villarreal, and I can't really remember the last one. And the only team that we did get again in this draw here was actually Villarreal. So we're gonna have we're gonna look at that, which teams we did get in the Champions League. I can't remember who we got instead of Paris Saint-Germain, and I can't remember what the... Ooh, look at that, Davis injured. That's not good. Do we have somebody on the bench that can take his position? We do have Tariq Lamptey, but not Drew Warburton, who I was feeling I wanted to prefer. But yeah, let's go for that. We can see that Woodall is more tired than Harper, so even though Woodall have played better, I'm going to go for Karim Adeyemi to come in there. And we have one more change that we can do. Yeah, we're going to wait with that at least for 10-15 minutes before we do that last change, and we're just gonna have to see who... Oh, that's not good. This or good one, Harper. Now it will be interesting to see if Karim Adeyemi is going to fight for his position today, or if he will put in a blank, a poor performance. I hope he will be fighting so that he puts in a good one, but yeah. Estevez, Bellingham gets it up to Estevez again, back to Adeyemi. Oh, come on, that wasn't a good finishing. Estevez really tired, so that's the player we're gonna have to take out. So Morgan Pierce gonna come in there. I was actually considering to bring in Samuel Schmidt, because that's one of the players I really want to what should I say, be able to reach his potential, because I have really high hope for him as well. But yeah, we'll have to see to it that Thiago Estevez doesn't get injured. He's such an important player for us, plays very good, and yeah, we want to keep him fresh and out of injuries, of course. Here's Bellingham, Bouget, Morgan Pierce, Fofana, shoots! Oh, good save by the keeper. Gives us another corner though. So let's see what we can do about this. Morgan Pierce with the corner, floats it in there, but it's headed away. De Ligt, don't pass it down. Oh, that would have been offside. Have to have better control there, De Ligt. And of course, Morgan Pierce has to get out of his offside situation a lot quicker there. But it looks like we're going to take our third straight victory here, which would be tremendously appreciated by me, of course. And a good interception there I think it was Delict. Pierce to Florian. Florian puts that in the bar. Oh, that was unlucky. Chips the goalkeeper just beautiful there, but it goes too high and hits the bar. And yeah, I actually have a personal connection to that. I played a lot of floorball in my youth, and I did do a penalty where I walked up towards the keeper quite slowly, and once he reacted and went out to take the ball, so to speak, to cut off the area, I chipped him, and everything looked wonderful, but I did hit the bar, and it went down outside of the goal, and the goalkeeper could grab it after that. And yeah, that was a disappointment. Would have been a beautiful goal for me back in the day if I managed to just put a little less power on that ball. But anyway, it's a memory that is hard to get rid of course. Here we go. We are going to win this game, and the question is, do we stand a chance to add on here with a goal, or does Newcastle have the opportunity to bring one back, or is it going to end 2-0? Morgan Pierce, and ooh, Adeyemi with a good opportunity there, but yeah, Adeyemi gets injured. Oh no, is he going to have, yep, he's injured. I don't care, it's 20 seconds, so he's going to be on the sideline, I guess, until the end here. Now, if he gets an injury, maybe it will be easier for him to sign a contract. We're just going to have to wait and see. Morgan Pierce. Bouget not getting the control of that one. Newcastle player stops him. Let's have a look at Bouget here. Do the throwing to Adeyemi, Morgan Pierce, and of course they hoist it away. So, oh, Stopbricks losing it. Oh, Fofana's been a wall today. He's been really good, I must say. Adeyemi, Harper, and the game is over. It ends 2-0 for us, and I'm happy with that. And maybe we can already, we're gonna have a look. Let's move on here to the next page, and yeah, I'm gonna be, no, I can't. I'm gonna go with no gesture then and go with the assistance recommendation. All right, some of them did not like that. So we're top of the table. Tottenham has the same amount of points. What I was thinking about is that we should be looking at what games coming up, if I'm going to be, how things looks and everything. But yeah, Tariq Lamptey has been called up to England squad to replace Reece James, who probably got injured then. Karim Adeyemi out for 7 days with a twisted knee. And Man United go top of the Premier League. Well, of course, Alphonso Davies injured, out for 5 days. I think that's okay because it's I think we're going to have our international break at the moment. So it's going to be taking a couple of days before we have, yeah, it's 14 days until we have our next game, which is away against Manchester City. And I was thinking maybe it's time to start that rotation system. But since it's Manchester City, we're going to try our best team, of course. No question about that. Esteves on form, so let's praise him. And yeah, Phelan feels the way I do, I guess. And twist and turns, the shock wrestles. It's Aston Villa beating Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool has been a really good team in this save that we've had. I wonder how they've finished up. Let's see if we can find league history here. When did we start? 21, 22? So they won the very first one. And then they went third, second. All of these seasons are just beneath Earth. And then last season they ended up third. We can also go to the Premier League. And we go to past winners here. There should be top 3 here, yes. And we can see that I think this is the season that we started. We are playing Football Manager 22, which means that we start in 21. So this should be the season. Liverpool won. Then we came in second in that first season, and Manchester City third. Then we won. City second, Liverpool third. And then we have, when we won for another 1, 2, 3, 4 season, Liverpool came in second all of those seasons. That's a big thing. Chelsea won the league last season, and we went second, Liverpool third. So Liverpool have been up there competing with us the entire season. Now, taking a look at Chelsea, because maybe you'll get a bit interested in this, let's look at the transfer history. Because let's have what came in at the end of last season. Mark Gillespie, that's a coach. I didn't thought that came up, but Paulo Renato, I think we've talked about him. I think he looks like he can be a really, really good player. Look at his potential ability and look at all these numbers. I think Chelsea is going to continue to be a very, very dangerous team for this season as well. And they have, of course, Mbappe, 29 now. Things turned around for Chelsea when they got Mbappe last season. So, and they did struggle. We did run away from them when Mbappe was injured. This season, we are going to have to play a lot better, because I think with the new Paulo Renato, they do have a chance to replace Mbappe. They have somebody that can play instead of Mbappe when things go south. So, yeah. And let's look at which players they bought at the start of the season here. Yuri Tielemans has come in. So they have really strengthened their team. Look at this player, 52 million they pay for him. A German defensive midfielder. So they are constantly, of course, improving their squad. Yeah, so I do believe it will be tough for us to... They are third in the Premier League at the moment. That will be a tough team to beat this year as well, of course. But let's get into the end of this episode here now. We start with the finances, and thanks to the money from the Champions League, which was 12.65 million I got because I was going to compete in the Champions League this season. That makes us push for a profit this month. That's good. We have an overall of almost 180. I'm pleased with that. Now we're going to be struggling, of course, a bit this season as well. We do have a wage budget under control at the moment, and so yeah, hoping, and I got them to improve youth facilities and improve training facilities. So I'm hoping that we can get that up to maximum again. The youth facility went down this summer, so that's why I pushed for both of them to be done now. I don't think it was really that expensive, to be honest. I can't remember the sums, but it was nowhere near 10 million for either of them. So yeah. Club info here. We can see that it's superb, but of course we wanted to be state of the art, both of them, so that we can develop our players and everything. Board confidence, C+, which is horrible to be honest. I mean, the history that we have given this team here, we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight victories in the league. I mean, shouldn't that count for something? Doesn't history count for anything anymore? I know that there was a lot of people that wanted to get Alex Ferguson sacked after that in the beginning of the 2000s. One of my work colleagues was on me saying, oh, he's done his part now, he needs to go. And I remember I said to him, when Ferguson goes, we're going to be in deep trouble. And I was right. Unfortunately, I would say I was right. Because we haven't been ourselves since Ferguson left. And yeah, I personally blame the Glazers. I think the Glazers are to blame. They are just sucking the life out of this club, stealing all the money and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's in real life, that's the big disappointment when it comes to Manchester United. It's the Glazers. And I don't know if it would have been better with Qatar than it is with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. But yeah, I think it would, to be honest. If they would have done as they said that they would, which meant that they were going to buy the club, were going to pay all the debts off and everything, and invest in a new stadium, or yeah, getting the stadium, getting Old Trafford in shape again. Now, personally, I don't like the fact that they're going to build a new stadium, to be honest. I don't really care if they would have teared down Old Trafford and built it up again. But I think it's a holy ground. Old Trafford ground is holy. And to move to another stadium, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I would have rather wanted them to do something with Old Trafford to make it better, and I'm pretty sure that they could. I mean, yeah, they talk about this river here being a major problem, and the railroad going here as well, but I really don't buy that to be the problem. I think you have loads of space to build on every other direction, and you can build higher here, and there are of course ways to build over the river or over the railroad and everything. So yeah, it's a matter, yes, it would cost more of course than to build a completely new arena, but yeah, I feel like it's such a shame. I've never been there, unfortunately. I haven't had the financial power to do that. I would have loved to go and see a game at Old Trafford, visit the museum and everything. But there's no financial power in my pocket to do that. But yeah, that's my personal take on that. Let's go back to the game here. Champions League. We got Porto instead of Paris Saint-Germain. We got Marseille, but I do not remember what team it was. Let's see if I can take a look. Olympiacos, that's the team that we had in that group. So the first time that we drawn, it was Man United, Paris Saint-Germain, Villarreal, and Olympiacos. I'm pretty sure that was the fourth team that we were going to face in that group, and yeah, we got a couple of other teams. It's going to be interesting to play against Marseille, I guess, and I don't know if they have any big names. Oh, Brandon Williams, our old defender there. And is there anybody else we recognize? In real life, I know that Greenwood plays here. I don't think Greenwood actually exists in this version of the game. Let's say what's that? Mason Greenwood. Nope, he's completely removed in this game. Well, what do you know? Now, let's say, and competition. We've taken our third straight victory. Chelsea has actually drawn against Liverpool. All right, Liverpool, I can understand that. They're a good side as well. Beating Leeds, beating City. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Chelsea is going to be a tough team to handle. Tottenham has had a little easier way so far, which could explain why they are second. Southampton has faced Nottingham Forest and Newcastle and won both of them, so they could be on a way to become a good team, perhaps. City is struggling, that's for sure. They haven't been really good here for a couple of seasons, and yeah. So, yeah, that's that. The FA Cup, we're not going to enter that until January, so that's a long way away. You can see here Wolves. We got Wolves in the Carabao Cup, and yeah, first time we got Newcastle away first time, so we did, I guess, get a little easier team getting Wolves instead of Newcastle, but I really don't know. Let's have a look at next episode's games. It's going to start out against Manchester City. Then we'll face Marseille, and then we'll face Leicester. And I'm thinking maybe in the game against Leicester, we put in a lot of reserve players and youth players and stuff like that to rest our better players and see what happens. And yeah, maybe we'll do it against Marseille. I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but I know I'm gonna sometime in some way I'm gonna start using a more rotation system so that I get all the players to not all, but all the first team players to get games every month. And looking at things, we might actually be resting players in the games against Wolves in the Carabao Cup, because after that we have Chelsea away in the Premier League, and if there's any game I want to win this season, it's the games against Chelsea. Now, our past meeting against Chelsea, let's have a look at that. Tells me that we have met 25 times. We have won 17 times, drawn 2, and lost 6 times. We have a goal difference of 31 because we've scored 60 and we have conceded 29. So yeah, loads of games against them. And looking at this, we did lose there in the start. Then we won 1 and we lost. Then 1 and we lost. And then we won a lot and we lost. But look at the end here where we lost, won, lost. So, yeah, we could have just as well won against Chelsea in that Community Shield. We were 2-0 up and we lost that on penalty, which was a big disappointment. But, yeah. There's a manager here as well. That's Pep Guardiola, of course, that is in Chelsea. And I faced him in Manchester City, where we lost a lot here in the start against Manchester City. He then went to Juventus, where we beat them. And then he went to Chelsea, or to Chelsea. And, yeah. 3 winnings, 3 losses against Pep Guardiola. So, yeah, Pep might have the upper hand on us. That's not nice. Not nice at all. Anyway, that's the way it looks there. We have medical current injuries. We have Alphonso Davies out for 5 days and Karim Adeyemi out for 7 days. But if we look at the schedule, or look at that, we can see it up here, because we can't, for some reason, we can't see it here. I mean, we can only see the date here. Up there it says 14 days. Yeah. So they should both be back, but we could get new injuries, of course. Let's not hope for that, but yeah. So yeah, looks okay there. I don't think there's much more to go through. I think we've done, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do like, subscribe, leave a little comment down below, share with your friends, and I'll say stay safe out there, have heaps of fun, and I'll just end with bye 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 bye.
Boot up the PC, my heart's in a quake. Sweaty palms gripped in the mouse like a snake. Buttons mashed without a clue. In this pixel world, I'm gaming like a noob. Loading screen feels like eternity's grasp. Spawning in with hope and newbies gasp. Teammates groan when they see my name.